Hey guys, it's Nelfelina. I will be doing these pop art nails today. If you want to see how I achieve this look from start to finish, then just keep watching. So I did go ahead and prep her nails and put her tips on. I will link the tips in the description below. This is pretty sped up for this specific part. Right now, all I am doing is blending the nail tip to the natural nail. I am taking a lint-free wipe with some alcohol and dehydrating the natural nail. Now I am priming the nail with Young Nails Protein Bond. I have just recently started to prime each nail as I go with my acrylic application. I have noticed this has helped tremendously with my retention. Right now I am using Sweet Pea from Acrylics. If you have not tried the acrylic powders from Acrylics, you need to. They are very beginner friendly, super easy to work with. For this length, I do like to do a 4 bead method. That's ideal for me, but I am a believer in using as many beads as necessary, of course. I feel like with acrylic application, you just kind of have to figure out what works best for you. And that goes for acrylic as well. Just because a certain acrylic works well with me doesn't mean that you're going to like that consistency of that acrylic. It might not work well for you. So you just have to take a lot of things into account, I feel like, when it comes to acrylic application. I do get asked what's my go-to monomer. Currently, this one that I'm using right now is Mia's Secret. I do really like Kiara Sky and Young Nails as well. I know people say that the Mia's Secret one is really strong. So Kiara Sky and Young Nails is also a good alternative to Mia's Secret. This acrylic is Baby's Blue from Elegance Nail Supply. This is another good brand that has a really good consistency. Definitely recommend them as well. If I do see any imperfections in the nail, instead of going back in with that same base color, I do just go ahead and cap the whole nail in clear, just a thin layer, just so everything is smooth. Of course, this isn't necessary. This is more of like a personal preference thing. I just choose to do this that way there are no humps and lumps in my nail when I go to file and shape. This just works really well for me. I'm sorry, y'all, if I sound like kind of stuffy. Of course, my first YouTube video, I am kind of sick in Georgia right now. The weather is extremely off. Like, one minute it is cold, the next minute it is 87 degrees. So, just the weather change is messing with me. So, yeah, if you hear me like breathing kind of crazy, yeah. But again, here is another Acrylics powder. This is Iris from Acrylics. I know y'all can see the application, how easy the acrylic is to work with. It's just perfect.
Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be something different. You must be made for me. Patience is nothing. In and out, in and out, in and out. Arguing, trifling, difficult. Let more. I don't know why you love me. You got it bad, you got it bad for me, babe. I don't feel glad that I can have this, babe. Nobody else true, nobody else made it smooth. Nobody else had a clue what I could do, what I could do. We're right around the love, right around the trip, right around the dick. Right around the slap me up, I think I'm throwing a fit. Right around the
This nail bed, I do add some clear. This is a really bright orange and it has stained someone's nails before, so I learned my lesson. With super bright colors like this, you just want to lay a thin layer of clear on the nail bed just so that way it doesn't stain the nail. You know, no biggie, but it just looks really bad on your client's nail when it's stained, and you just want to avoid that.
you
I do use a 100-180 grit file from Sally's. It is the Beauty Secrets file. I know a lot of people use an 80-80 grit. I just hate how rough it is. And because I do try to get my application as nice as possible, I feel like I don't need such a rough grit. And with the 80-80, I feel like one wrong move and like you can round a corner. You just have to be really careful with that grit. And yeah, so I'm gonna just stick with this 100-180. This is the one that just works well for me. So once again, I feel like with a lot of this stuff with nails, it's personal preference. So if you are a person where your application isn't all the way there yet, I would recommend an 80-80 grit file. I do recommend you seasoning the file, which means you're going to take 2 files and like rub them together just so that way they don't cut your client. That has happened to me before. I felt so horrible, y'all. I just felt so bad that I cut her. But I mean, you live and you learn and you grow. So now I just know, to make sure to do that. That way I'm not cutting any of my clients. And before I do bring my drill out, I do hand file just the tops of the nails if I feel any like bumps or lumps or anything, even just a slight like unlevel. Instead of using my drill, I just go over the nail with the file just to make sure everything is super smooth.
Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be something different. You must be made for me. Patience is nothing. In and out, in and out, in and out. Arguing, trifling, difficult. Let go. I don't know why you love me. You got it bad, you got it bad for me, babe. I don't feel glad that I can have this, babe. Nobody else true. Nobody else made it smooth. Nobody else had a clue what I could do, what I could do. Right around the love, right around the trust, right around the dick. Right around the slap me up, I think I'm throwing a fit. Right around the world, play you right around, talk to me. Oh, feel it in my heart, feel it in my soul, feel it in my body,
And for sealing the cuticle, I do just use my sanding band. This is a 180 grit Pana sanding band. Once again, this is a preference thing. I say this a lot, but I really just didn't. I'm just currently not feeling the whole drill bit situation. I just feel like the sanding band just works really well for me. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. My clients are still coming in without any lifting, so it's working. It's doing what it's supposed to do. So yeah. I feel like throughout my nail journey, I've been doing nails for 2 years, and just certain things I'm just like feeling more. So like at one point I was sealing the cuticle with a 5-in-1 drill bit. Now I'm using a sanding band. Same with before, I was using a 100 grit file to shape. Now I'm using 100, 180. I feel like as your journey goes on, you just start to like certain things differently.
must be made for me. Patience is nothing. In and out, in and out, in and out. Arguing, trifling, difficult. Let go. I don't know why you love me. You got it bad, you got it bad for me, babe. I don't feel glad that I can have this, babe. Nobody else true. Nobody else made it smooth. Nobody else had a clue what I could do, what I could do. Right around the love, right around the trust, right around the dick.
Now I am buffing the nail. I have noticed I like a more like coarser buffer. Believe it or not, I have been doing nails for over 2 years, and I just started buffing nails maybe like a month or two ago. I don't know why it took me so long, but like now I can't go without doing it. It just does something to it. I'm not sure why I wasn't doing it. Like I really be like, why wasn't I? I don't know. But yeah. So it's definitely, I feel like, important to buff. It does make a difference. Don't be me and not buff your nails. That's my little advice for the day. Yeah, buff your nails. Don't go 2 years without buffing and then trying to figure out why you weren't doing this sooner. Okay, so now I'm doing the pop art design. I did get this specific pop art design idea from nailsbyricky.s. I believe that is his Instagram name. He did have more lines in his, but I did get the idea from him. So, you know, I have to give my inspo credit. So yeah, I'm using Nailed by Naya Prism paints. These are the perfect gel polishes. Super, super pigmented. These are numbers 69 and 76. If you are looking for a like one coat white for like Frenchies, this white from Nailed by Naya is perfect. That one is 69. I definitely recommend it. You can use code NAILFELINA for money off on her website. I get asked a lot, did my dotting tool come bent like that? I think I accidentally bent it. But yes, it was an accident, but it is definitely better this way. So if I were you, I'd take some pliers and bend your dotting tool. Just a little tip. I am using the Hella Cute liner brush from Nails by Dev. She has a 9mm brush too that I like, but I don't know, this Hella Cute liner brush has me in a chokehold. I think it is very beginner friendly just because it's a longer brush. I feel like with the shorter brushes, you've got to, I don't know, I feel like I'm a little too shaky sometimes, and the shorter brushes don't give me like support. I don't know how to describe it, but I don't know, it just feels different. When I started seeing the pop art trend, I'm like, oh, you know, this is so easy, you know. But believe it or not, this design is pretty time consuming. I mean, it doesn't look like it would be, but I feel like with a lot of the nail designs, people look at, like, especially with Frenchies, I feel like people look at Frenchies and think like, oh, those are easy, you know, you just got to make a little curve. Like, no, it is hard to try to make every single Frenchie look the exact same. That just goes to show, until you actually do something, you really don't know how difficult it is. And a lot of these nail designs that just seem super easy are definitely not.
Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be something different. You now. Arguing, trifling, difficult, let more. I don't know why you love me, yeah. You got it bad, you got it bad for me, babe. I don't feel glad that I can have this, babe. Nobody else true, nobody else makes me. Nobody else had a clue what I could do, what I could do. We're riding around the love, riding around the trust, riding around the dick, riding around the slap me up the dick. I'm throwing a fit, riding around the world, riding around talking to me. Oh, I got that. Feel it in my heart, feel it in my soul, feel it in my body. My body takes that you do know. But we'll never fall out of love with you. You, you, you. I don't wanna fight, I don't wanna fight. Baby, I'm trusting you, I'm trusting you. Fighting on my mind, fighting on my life for you. I'm trusting you, babe. I want this to work out so bad that I feel it in my chest and I want it, I want it, yeah. Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be something different. You must be made for me. Patience is nothing. In and out, in and out, in and out. Arguing, trifling, difficult. Let more. I don't know why you love me, yeah. You got it.
For the top coat, I am using Nails by Dev's new matte top coat. It is a wipe top coat, so you will have to wipe it afterwards after you cure it with alcohol. A lot of matte top coats, you know, when you go to wipe the nail, it'll smudge black, but with this one it doesn't, so that is definitely a game changer. And then when you take it out of the lamp and wipe it with alcohol, it's kind of like a reveal, so I think that is really cool, and I love to see the difference once you wipe it. And like I said, here I am with the lint-free wipe. I am just taking alcohol and wiping the nail, and it will reveal the matte finish. Super pretty. And then after I top coat, I do go back and file the edges of the nails. I get asked a lot, does your polish chip? And no, I haven't had one person come and their polish has chipped from me doing this. I just really like a crispy nail. And this is the final product. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Bye guys.